court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Apparently the prosecution is also ready. Bro, what a beta. Who's the judge here anyway? Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Well, no opening statement, so... Bro, come on, you're the judge.
Not so fast, Judge. I was taking a full pause before speaking.
Right, of course.
A prediction. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now.
Very cocky, huh? Order. Mr. Von Karma, what is the meaning of your statement just now?
Must you question everything? It will be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I'll call my witness now.
Right.
I call my witness, my decisive witness to the stand.
Is that the mysterious ghost shop owner?
Witness, state your profession.
I'm the proprietor of the restaurant, the White Noodle at Gourd Lake. Also rent boats.
That night of the answer. You were in the boat rental shop, correct?
Yep, I was.
Please testify.
Wait a second. You still haven't heard who this old guy is. Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet.
Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. Block. I have protected this trial. Will end in 2 minutes. No. Stop asking trivial questions. Cooperate. And cooperate.
Yeah, right. The witness will state his name. I'm not really sure. Yep. What do you mean? Memory.
Your Honor, the witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name.
He can't recall, you said.
Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can testify.
Very well. Let's hear his testimony then, shall we? Witness. It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight. Yep. I was in the restaurant. I rent boats as usual. And I heard a bang. Yep. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake. Then I heard another bang. And just about then, the boat came back to shore and a man walks by at my window. Very well. I'd like to begin the cross-examination.
No. There is nothing to question my witness testimony. Ergo, no need for cross-examination.
Always got the impression the caretaker is drunk off his ass the entire time. Oh, I mean, possibly. It's just, I would have to work on a drunk voice.
Besides, there are only 10 seconds left before 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict now.
Yes. Mr. Wright? Cross-examine, bro. Like, what? Come on, man. What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness. Very well, you may begin. Excuse me, Mr. Von Karma?
3 minutes just passed.
I see. Well, let's just take our time. You may cross-examine the witness. Dude, Valkama is so bitch made, bro.
It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight. Yep.
Just after midnight, you say?
Yep, just around then.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure, yep.
When I talked to you yesterday, you were rather vague about the time. I'm surprised you seem so sure about it today.
I asked him and he remembered. Isn't that right?
Don't glare at me like that. I remember it clearly, I did, yep.
You see, continue.
I was in the restaurant where I rent boats as usual.
Is there anyone who can verify that?
Well, I guess Polly could.
That's not good enough for a court of law. Mr. Wright, exactly what's not good enough? Your Honor, this Polly is a parrot. A parrot?
Don't be so hard on the girl, Keefy boy.
Keef?
The prosecution concedes that we cannot prove the witness was in the shop. Witness, please continue.
Then I heard a bang.
And where did the bang seem to come from?
From the lake, I figured.
Are you certain?
Yep.
Good, continue.
When I looked out the boat, I saw a boat just floating on the lake.
Was there someone in the boat?
It was pretty far out there, I didn't see clearly. But I figured there were two men on there, yep.
But you couldn't see them clearly?
Yep, at the time, that is.
At the time?
And I heard another bang.
So you heard 2 gunshots total?
Yep.
That's what Lotta said in her testimony yesterday.
Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window.
By your window?
Yep, by my window. Right outside the window of my little shack.
And could you see the man's face?
Well, the fog was pretty damn thick, but he was right there in front of me, I saw him.
This is a rather important detail. Please add it to your testimony.
Tush, 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 tush.
I have a bad feeling about this.
That man was the defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's dead.
Are you sure? Uh-oh. Dad!
There's certain Keith. He said I couldn't believe he's dead as he was walking by too.
Witness, are you sure that the person you saw was Mouse Edgeworth?
It was him, that Edgeworth boy.
This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt. Von Karma. He lured me into cross-examining him so he could set me up for a fall.
Tush, tush, tush.
Nick, I don't like the way things are going here. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us. I better act quick or this trial is going to be over. So he heard 2 gunshots. Your Honor, you proved in yesterday's trial that it could have not been Edward who fired that gun.
Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprint from Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun? And a photograph showing a man firing with his left hand?
Exactly.
No. That is easily explainable. He could have wiped his hand at the fire. You are ignoring the truth of the matter. Everything in the witness testimony is true.
The judge has lost the thought. What should I do? I mean, I feel like I should still raise an objection, though. Objection! Your Honor, this witness claimed that Edward said, "I can't believe he's dead." Well, his words is all we have. If he were telling a lie...
Mr. Wright, in the court of law, evidence tells all. Apparently, you have yet to realize even this basic fact. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof.
Nick, do you have evidence? It's no good. There's nothing I can do. Are you sure? To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore. Please. Can you hear me, sis? Please. We need your help. Nick needs you.
Tush. 3 minutes was perhaps too high an expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record.
Enough. The witness may leave the stand. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial, nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the fact. What? No. This court found the defendant Miles Edgeworth. Oh my goodness. The accused will surrender to the court immediately. Oh no. To be held pending trial at higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. The court is adjourned. What? Huh? Who was that just now? Me? Huh? What? Larry? What are you doing here? Listen, you gotta listen to me. I was there in the park the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday. But today I remembered. Remembered what? Gunshot. I heard it too. Order.
What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment.
One moment, Mr. Von Hammer. So you say you heard a gunshot? Yeah, I did. A gunshot that night. I was sitting here in the audience listening to the testimony, and then I realized something. He said it was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy a murder. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify. Order. Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed.
Judge, you're already giving your decision. The trial's over.
Nick, this is it. Larry's giving us one final chance at this. She's right. If only it wasn't Larry. He could make things even worse. Mr. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Nick. Doesn't get any worse. You're right. Okay. Your Honor, if there's another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now.
A waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned.
Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceeding, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard.
What is this?
I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. Hell yeah, Larry, let's go. Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now.
What?
Yeah. A judge, you being a judge. Thank you. I appreciate it. The court will adjourn for. Oh, I'm speaking in the Von Karma voice. The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness. Hell yeah. Court is adjourned. Larry coming through. That was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth. I've seen worse. Yeah, right. Edgeworth, you're sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there. Larry's at the lake that night. Yes. He said he went looking for the steel samurai balloon that flew into the lake. Oh, right. And he found the balloon in the air tank that night. Yeah. Hey, Edgeworth. Huh? You say something, right? Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong? It's nothing. Mr. Edgeworth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. What's that? Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon? Oh. When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what happened. I couldn't think straight. When I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me, I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really. Let's see. Right. Yeah? This might be our chance. Our chance? Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials. Perfect trials. Perfectly prepared witnesses, perfectly prepared evidence, perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he has ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry. What are you getting at? It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right? That's right, Nick. No, 10-minute trial this time. We'll milk this one for all it's worth. Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15. Everything's on Larry now. Court is now back in session. Witness, please testify to the court about everything you saw. On the night of December 24th. Right, leave it to me. Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. Von Karma didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break. That night, I was out in a boat on the lake. I was looking for something and I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back in the rental shop dock. Then just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. That was an unusually vague testimony even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. What's wrong, Nick? It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared. Well, you've come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick. That night, I was out in a boat on the lake. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? There were so many things wrong, I don't know where to begin. Well, okay, first of all, what time was it? Oh, it was after 11 when I went on in the boat. By that time, everyone had gone home for the night. So I waited until the coast was clear, so to speak. And why were you out on a boat at such a late hour? I was looking for something, and I found it. Looking for something? Yeah. Mr. Butts, what were you looking for?
What the witness was searching for is irrelevant. Most likely he was hunting for this order.
That's surprisingly close to the truth in a sense.
This is all irrelevant. Let's get it over with.
So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. Around what time was that? Well, let's see. I figured I was out searching for about an hour. I guess it was around 12, yeah. You're not sure? Hey, don't give me that face. I'm not some sort of human sundial, okay? People use watches these days, Larry. And just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. Where did the sound come from? Yeah, well, I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around, you know. Did you look at the lake? Yeah, I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. Wasn't there a boat on the lake? Order. Well, Mr. Butts? Whoa. Everybody just calm down, okay? I mean, it was real foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat out there or not. Okay, no problem. That's just the most important part of this case. So, after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. So, you only heard one bang, correct? Yeah. Huh? Well, Nick, it was a pretty wishy-washy testimony, was it? I guess I should just start working on the contradiction. Sorry? Sorry, I wish I could be more helpful. I wish I could call my sister. Okay, so he only heard one bang. Okay, wait a second, Larry. What? You only heard one bang? You're sure? Yeah, that's what I said. But Miss Lotta Hart testified yesterday that she heard two bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard two gunshots that night. Huh? Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said? Yo, Nick, please. Huh? You know something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay? Mr. Butts, what? You only heard one gunshot? Are you sure? Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure. Eh? Not sure How could you not be sure? Yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was listening to something else. Something else? My radio, dude, with my headphones. What? Oh gosh, Larry. Order, and stop that booing. Mr. Butts, you were listening to the radio with your headphones? Yeah, so what? That's a crime? I listen to my radio. Everybody listens to the radio. What's the big deal? Mr. Von Karma, your opinion.
Waste of time. I do not accept this witness nor this shoddy testimony.
Well, Mr. Wright, should we continue the testimony? Nah, I think we should push forward. Your Honor, please allow the witness to continue his testimony.
Bah! Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost.
Very well, Mr. Butts. Please give your testimony and be sure to include the details like your radio. Right, leave it to me. I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this, believe me. What Larry heard. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to all the quest shows on the radio, see? I was listening to it real boomingly loud like. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too. You were listening to your radio at high volume? Yeah, what's the big problem? Can a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country? Okay, we're getting a little sidetracked here, buddy. I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is.
Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from his radio.
True enough, it is difficult to believe his testimony. Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot. Excuse me? DJ? An announcer, the guy who says things on the radio. Anyway, what this mean is when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Wright. I can't believe I'm continuing this charade. Shit, this charade is saving our ass. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to all the request shows on the radio, see? I was listening to it real boomingly loud, like. Real booming loud? Yeah, you know. And you had headphones on? Yup. I wouldn't think you could hear anything going on outside at all. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. Can you prove that? No, of course you can't. Nah, I can't prove it. But I remember the moment real clear. I mean, while I was talking about it, it came back real clear to me, you know? I remember exactly what the DJ was talking about. What did she say?
Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. What possible good could come? What possible good could knowing what a radio DJ said to us?
Indeed, Mr. Von Karma. Indeed, Mr. Oh boy, I cannot read. Jesus Christ. Ugh. Indeed, Mr. Von Karma. Indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason why we should care. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should.
Why?
Well, how do you know if we don't ask? Fine, very well. Mr. Bud, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot? Just when she said, hey, it's almost Christmas, I heard a gunshot. Ah, it's almost Christmas. Are you sure? Of course I am. She had this real sexy voice. Maybe Von Carmel is right. I'm not sure how that helped us at all. This is the most ludicrous testimony I've ever heard. But there is one gleaming ray of hope in there. Gotta press it. She said it's almost Christmas. Do I have something? Oh, I heard 2 gunshots. Sound like 2 gunshots just after midnight. I think that's what I got representing it. I'm assuming.
Objection!
Yeah. Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct? Huh? What's with that face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easy. There's something the matter, Mr. Wright. Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, hey, it's almost Christmas when he heard the gunshot. Indeed, and almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve. That would seem to be the case, yes. But that contradicts the 2 testimonies we've heard so far, Your Honor. Both Miss Hart and the old man said it was after midnight when they heard the shots. In other words, when they heard the gunshot, it was already Christmas. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor. Order, order! What does this mean? The 2 prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight.
Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him, suspicious.
What? Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Bud's claim he heard a gunshot before midnight? Yeah, he's right. He's actually right. Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard the gunshot before midnight.
Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim. Show me evidence that there was a gunshot before midnight.
Actually, that picture, I just thought about it. Where is that picture? Did I miss something? Look at this photograph. This was taken by a witness yesterday, Miss Lana Hart, with an automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m. Oh? But there's nothing on the lake in this picture. Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all. What do you mean? Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. The camera was set to go off and respond to loud noises. Ah, correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. This is why this photograph was taken. In other words, When Larry heard the gunshot, it was most definitely still Christmas Eve. Indeed, it would seem that is the case. Then where does that leave us? Miss Hart testified that she heard a gunshot after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken? Not at all, Your Honor. It is a fact that the camera also triggered at 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, the night there were 2 sets of gunshots, with a 25-minute pause between them. Really? Why would this be?
Don't be fooled, Judge. That camera was set to respond to loud noises.
Yes?
No. There's no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why, the witness could have sneezed during the camera.
Hey, my nose was clear that night, man. Clear. Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 was indeed a gunshot? Please show the court evidence if you have any. Do I have any evidence or not? Oh, it does say fired 3 times on this. Damn, I can't save. I think it's the gun. This is my evidence. The murder weapon? Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When then was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. The 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight. Order! That would make sense with the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen the night on the lake.
Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you, why?
Uh-oh, I better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes? What's wrong, Nick? I have it. What you have, because I'm kind of stumped. Huh? Remember the case? The Steel Samurai? Huh? Yeah, of course, I remember. The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case. Huh? What do you mean? Maya? Yes? If we don't... Wait, they moved the body? Is that what they say? If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edward's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch and I'm gonna run with it. Right, I mean, is this safe? Safe? You've already gotten a guilty verdict. You have nothing to lose. You just watch and let me know if I say something that sounds fishy, okay? Right, Nick? Your Honor? Yes, Mr. Wright? The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case. What do you mean, Mr. Wright?
Just. So you finally realized the truth. The can only be no other murder other than Miles Edgeworth himself.
Wrong, Carmel. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting.
No. Listen, Bookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At this time of the murder, one boat was on that lake. This was shown by the witness photograph. The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammer, were on that boat. Bang! There was gunshot fired on that boat and Robert Hammer fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter away. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, guilty party has to be the other man on the boat.
I admit it is hard to imagine any other possibility. Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight. What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 15, but Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent.
Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who the two men on the boat are.
It's making sense now. It's making fucking sense. It had to be Edgeworth in the murder. Of course it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth. What? Are you serious? Yes. Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place. I'm not sure what to make of all this.
Ludicrous.
Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then. The murderer's name? Right, it's... it's not Lotta. I don't know. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name.
You don't know? Bah! Again, you waste my time.
I don't know because he never told us. Oh, the murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop, that old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond. A caretaker of the boat shop? Where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then. Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot somebody? May I suggest the real scene of this crime was not on a boat? What? Well then, where did the murder take place? Oh, it's big brain mode.
Take that!
Here, of course, the boat shop, where he lives. That way, he could meet with the victim without anyone seeing.
Objection!
Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime?
Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. That night, he was out he was out on a lake in a boat searching for something. He finds it and he returns the boat. Then, just as he starts to head home, just as he's starting to head for home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor. Even though he was wearing headphones at the time, in other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned the boat? The boat shop. It's getting juicy. Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, are you sure about this? Not really. But I think if I start at the very beginning and I take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Then he got in the boat from Edgeworth and went into the middle of the lake. Then, who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright? I guess it had to be him. Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth on purpose. Wait a minute. Yes? Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone? Details.
Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanation is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice.
I want to say to create a witness. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor. Create a witness? The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensured that anyone who heard the shot will look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and he fires again. Then, the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him. Very crafty. I see. Someone looking from the edge of the lake. It would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other. The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that everything else falls into place, the boat shop caretaker swans back to his shop. Then he puts Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake. Bailiff, bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly. Interesting. Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant Miles Edgeworth a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said. Yes. Well, why did you go to the lake that night? What Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he has something very important to discuss with me. Something important? I'm sorry. I can't say what it was. Your Honor, sir, bailiff, we are conducting trial here. I ask that you remain quiet. The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either. What? What should I do? Find him quickly. We cannot allow him to get away. Mr. Von Commer, your witness has disappeared.
A search warrant has already been issued.
It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is the boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him and I want to know who he is. I think I kind of know who he might be. Very well. Court is adjourned. Yay, Nick, you did it. Yeah. Well, at least we got out from under the guilty verdict. What about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Commer didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out. Yeah, he really did come through. Sure, once I shifted through his unique testimony, still, he did save us. I just wish our case weren't so down to the wire all the time. I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients. Hey, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth? Did you say something? Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You could try to smile just a little. Relax. I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet. What do you mean? Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now. And I don't know whether or not to tell you. Edgeworth? No, there's so little time left. I want to tell you to get it off my chest, but I can't make up my mind. Come on, man, like, stop it, get some help. What is this about, Edgeworth? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder. Ooh, child, talk about getting juicy. I'm gonna save this here and BRB because I do need to use the bathroom and I need some water because my voice is dry as hell.